first thing on the recording.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'll get that. I want to get the freaking thing open, but I can do that while you're doing your intro.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, you ready?
We're live.
All right, hit record here. So it's Friday night. It's late Friday night, and I don't know if this thing's recording properly, so I'm going to hit stop on the recording. What the hell's going on here?
Not in the right place. Everybody calm down. Nope. Well, this is the beauty of the live show. Hi to the one person who's watching. It's probably you.
No, that's not me yet.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the joy of the live show here.
And the YouTube people who watch it later.
Yeah. It's Tim Greenfield.
No.
It's Greenie. Hi, Greenie. Worst intro ever. Sorry, Greenie.
It's about as good as... I'm not going to say anything. This show is part of the dacespace podcast network.
Okay, here we go. What the fuck? So it's late Friday, and you're probably thinking to yourself, how's their night show going to go? What did John think of the movie that Dave picked out? What did they think of Arms? You probably weren't thinking that, but we were. And will John be able to get past the slump of crappy music he's been playing on the show? Well, let's find out.
Welcome to Forget Being Cool for June 16th, 2017. I'm your man, Dave Moore. Joining me is my main man, my man on the internet, Jonny _ Train Casino. Can you hear the train? You hear the train coming? It's rolling around the bend.
Oh, well, there's our hit for using, copyrighted music. Just kidding, Dave. You weren't that on key.
No,
hey man,
not even close. Hey, what's up?
Hey, we are doing our first evening show. It's off to a swell start with an issue with not knowing where my line was for recording, and whatever, just stuff.
Stuff. Living the dream.
You would think this wasn't my first cup of beer, but it is. It is my first cup of beer, regardless of how I may sound.
Cup of beer.
Glass, pint.
Pint.
I mean, I think this is actually a pint glass.
Pint seems.
It's from my old submarine.
Pint seems more legit. Something about saying a cup of beer is weird. Like saying a cup of water is fine. Cup of sugar.
If you're at a frat party, you get a cup of beer. I think like a kegger.
Yeah, but but those are like solo cups, like solo red cups. Like, okay, this is a
no, this is a nice pint. I think this is actually a pint. Probably is. Anyway, so Dave,
yeah,
we just got done playing some Arms.
Yeah.
Glass of beer. Tim is right. Tim in the chat is right. It's glass.
No, it's beer. A pint.
So being the beer connoisseur that I am, I make my own beer. I have literally studied, like academically studied.
Yeah.
And I could not come up with the term glass of beer. Like, this is a problem. Okay. So we're playing Arms.
Mm-hmm.
It just came in today. You and me hopped on. We had what turned out to be Marty's son.
Yeah.
Was playing against us. And someone named Chaos. It wasn't too hard making a friend room to be able to play in.
It's pretty cool how we can basically make a friend room and then everybody can jump in and then it'll just kind of rotate us, shuffle us around. Like,
yeah, but the only problem was, here's the one problem. And there's no good way to fix this, I don't think. But I was playing with my son, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we were playing 2-player, it always had us together.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd have one of us sitting out or something like that.
So I'll tell you how you fix this.
You have 2 switches?
It's called the Capri. You get 2 televisions, 2 switches. You put them side by side, 65 inches.
I'm not buying my 6-year-old a second Switch. Not to mention I have to buy a second copy of the game.
Yeah.
Not happening. So, okay. So we played for a while. Now I'm gonna jump ahead and we can jump back a little bit, but I wanted to tell you about this. So after we got off, I was like, all right, it's bath time for the boy. So I go up and give him a bath real quick, come back downstairs. He's like, I want to play some more. And we had been talking about how as you play, you earn coins, you can play special games. He had like 130 something coins. He wanted to play some more to try to get to 200 to play the bigger like thing you can unlock.
Yeah.
And so he's going to play online. So I'm getting ready to take my own shower. And he comes in. He's like, Daddy, it's not working. I'm like, oh, Jesus. So I go out there, I check it out, and it won't let him online to play against other people. And it says that he has to have an account tied to it.
Yeah, so he needs a child account.
Yeah, so I tried to just attach him to my account, which doesn't work because I already had one of those accounts attached to that console. So I'm like, okay, now I can make a kid's account. So I try to go on my phone to make a new account and then have an issue. I had to come all the way upstairs. I go through the process. I make a child's account, which, by the way, not that this bothers me, but it costs you 50 cents.
That bothers me.
Well, here's the thing, and I've seen this before, and it's basically verifying that you have an adult actually doing this, right? So it has to charge a credit card because you have to be an adult to get a credit card, right? So that's the yeah. Well, that's a basis. Like I've seen a lot of things where it's like it'll charge you $1 to do something so that you verify that it is actually you.
It usually gives you back the 50 cents, but
right, sure. It might later. I don't know. But if it doesn't, it's 50 cents, right? I mean, whatever, it's fine. Compared to some other stuff that's been put on my credit card lately, I'm okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
So anyway, so I go downstairs and I type in his information, right? So what name did he choose? He chose something ridiculous. Oh, he's got this thing for the Gunther guy on the movie Sing, the dancing pig that's voiced by oh god,
don't let him pick his PSN name right now then.
Oh no, I wouldn't. No, he wanted to choose like Fartmonger or something like that. I'm like, no. It's like I know someone who regrets their PSN name. I'm not letting you choose something silly right now. Like he had some bad ones. Yeah. So I finally got him to go with Guther, which is his version of the name Gunther. Right, and Gunther's been the pig's name on Sing.
That's okay. It's an okay name. I don't know if I'd want to stick with it forever, but it's okay.
Yeah. Well, his Xbox name is Dancing Guther because the pig dances.
Yeah.
Right. So. Go downstairs, log all this in, put all this information in, right, so that he can play online. And it pops up with this thing talking all about like the online account stuff. And as you scroll down, it shows like the different prices. And then it says like try free till 2018. So this is like my first sign of it actually sticking it in your face about this account stuff. But here's what worries me is, well, I have to get him his own online account if he plans to play online.
Nobody knows.
Because, I mean, it was cool seeing that like this popped up.
Yeah.
And it showed this stuff, right? To anyone new that's making an online account, like because ours have obviously already been established, you don't have to go through it, but I'm hoping not. And if we do, then he just will only play online when he's playing with me through my account because I'm not buying two of them.
But let's be honest, most of the time he's playing with you.
And he's not going to be playing a lot online. So he ended up playing online after, like while I was in the shower, and he just got stomped. Like he got, as Ben apparently would put it, he got pub stomped.
I still don't understand these lingo.
Apparently, and he had explained it to me also, but apparently it means you go to a public room, so that's for the pub part, and stomp, meaning destroy. So he pub stomps people. So my son got pub stomped.
Good for Ben.
Yeah. So he actually won one or two. Then he went back out and started playing like just against the computer, which is fine, which is what he should be doing right now.
Which is what he also, is also what he can do if he doesn't have an online account in 2018.
Exactly. And you can earn the coins playing that way still too.
Yeah, no, you do. You 100% do.
And when I was leaving the room, I looked over and he was playing against that Brass Backs or whatever the guy's name is. That's the DLC character we're getting soon.
Yeah.
So he was playing against him. So that was kind of
Max
cool.
Brass.
But we played. The three of us played along with two other people temporarily.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was a good time. I slam dunked you a few times.
Yeah, I'm not good at basketball.
I love the basketball game. You and my son went head to head. He actually beat you a few times, and then you beat him, and then he screamed.
You learn. You got to see. Hey, everybody's got to learn to lose.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta win because you gotta know what it's like to win, but you also gotta learn what it's like to lose because when life gives you lemons, you can't always make lemonade. Sometimes the lemons aren't that good.
But if life makes you lemons, then you need to enjoy the smell of your kitchen before your cat takes a dump in it. Is that what it is, Dave?
I knew you were going to bring that tweet up.
Yeah.
Do,
Well, how could I not?
do we want to talk about this? Do you care? Do you care?
Yeah, no. Tell me about your cat taking a big old poo.
I made, well, the litter box is in the kitchen. This is a small apartment, right? It's underneath the table. It's fine. It's out of the way. No big deal. Whatever. But I was making lemonade. I made some blue raspberry lemonade with some real lemons, cutting up lemons. Smells like lemon juice. I come in there. It's like, smells like lemons. This is great. And then like 2 minutes later, there's a giant turd in the litter box and the whole kitchen smells. And I was just like, yep, time to tweet. I don't know why the things that I tweet, but I tweeted them anyway.
That's a good one, right? Like there are people that overly abuse Twitter with just stupid stuff, right?
Right. I don't post.
I have had to unfollow some of these people, but that one's worthy. Like that is a worthy tweet.
So I think it was, when you make lemonade and your kitchen smells like lemons, enjoy it. It's something stupid. All right, John.
Yeah, it was along those lines. I saw a movie
too, but I'm saving it for Character Crunch in the morning, so I can't talk about it.
Okay. Well, that's good because I want to talk about what I saw.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I want to talk about what I saw in the debate we've had around what I saw.
Oh, God, here we go.
So, okay. So
Guys.
let's start here. Let's start here before we get to what it was, right? Because everyone knows probably what I saw. But before we get to that, right? We went to the Studio Movie Grill, which have you ever been to one of those? It's the theaters that serve alcohol and food, and you order at your seat and they bring it to you.
We have one here. I've never done it. It sounds great.
Okay.
It sounds awesome. I'd love to do it, but I've never done it.
That is basically the only place we go see movies anymore. And now, granted, we go see movies once every few months at most, right? We don't see movies.
You're not a movie goer.
I am, but I have kids, and I don't want to pay for babysitters. And so, like, I used to go see movies all the time. I just go see movies by myself.
Wait till they get a little bit older. You can take them to everything. It'll be great.
Or I just leave them behind. Either way.
They're old enough to sit and play arms by themselves.
Either way. So anyways, we go to this. The cool thing is you can buy your tickets ahead of time and like reserve your specific seats.
Yeah, we do that.
And the front 3 rows actually fully recline, like electronic seats, fully recline. You're like laying back, so it's perfect.
Our whole theater's the whole theater's like that now. Every seat is a full recliner. I love it.
Okay. This one, I don't think the other seats do. Right. But anyway, so we get there. The kids had already eaten. It was like a 7:00 show, and the kids had already eaten. So my wife and I order food. So my wife gets a flatbread pizza, and I ordered these nachos. Oh my God, they were amazing. Like everything I've had at this place has been amazing. Their burgers are amazing. Their salads are amazing. Their pizzas are really good.
Okay, how's the price?
About what you'd expect at a restaurant. It's not overly priced.
Okay.
It's really not.
Okay.
Because
we have food, like you can get actual food and drinks at my theater now. Like there is a section, but it's not part of the theater. It's not like the sitting tables in the theater. It's because there are theaters like that too.
No.
But it's all overpriced and it's good. It's good food, but it's too much.
So this one here, like, let's say it was $10 for a meal size thing of nachos, but like it had like this really good like fresh grilled chicken in it, the cheese,
good nachos.
Everything. Yeah, no. These nachos, like I expected them one way. I didn't like the way they were built, like the way they kind of stacked it in this bowl thing, but they were so good, and the pizza was really good too. Right, everything I've had has been good.
Okay, that's good.
See. So the movie we went and saw was Cars 3.
Except the movie you saw, that was probably bad.
Now, hold on a second. Now, I need to clarify something here.
The Cars franchise is the worst Pixar franchise, period.
Okay, so I'm going to clarify something here. There are times when I will argue with people whether or not a movie is good or not, right? Like, there are movies out there that people enjoy, but I will stand by the fact that even if they enjoy them, they're not good movies, right? Hot Tub Time Machine. People enjoy it. It is a shit movie, right? Like it is absolute garbage. People enjoy it, and I'm not going to knock you for liking it. But just because people like it doesn't make it a good movie.
Okay.
Right? Now, so that being said, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not saying it is and that it isn't. Okay, right? I'm not going to argue one way or the other on which one is a better movie between Toy Story 2 and 3 and the first Cars, right? Because One, I think I'm somewhat tainted on this, but here's what I'll say. Like, so
are you?
Toy Story 2. Listen, Toy Story.
Toy Story 2, the worst of the Toy Story movies, is by.
I don't even. No. Toy Story 2 isn't even the worst. I think they begin. Okay, now hold on a second. Wait, hold on. I have to clarify this. Toy Story 2 might be a better made. It might be a better written movie. I'm not saying it is, but I'm open to that possibility.
Okay.
Right? But it is not a more enjoyable movie than Cars 1.
Yes, it is.
Or Cars 3. No, it's not.
Far.
So first of all, this is a completely opinionated thing here, right?
No. We're talking about quality of storytelling at this point.
No. That's the thing is I'm saying I won't argue that. Okay. I will not argue that. I'm not going to concede to it, but I'm not going to say definitively Cars is a better written movie, but it is a much more enjoyable movie. I will sit through the Cars movie and have fun, where I will sit through the Toy Story 2 and 3 and just want to start loading the shotgun to put in my mouth. Right?
No.
This is the problem. This is the problem with the Toy Story franchise is the first one's fun, a little sadness here and there, but overall fun, right? The number 2 and number 3 are just depressing, and they get more and more depressing as it goes. And I will stand by the fact that when you buy that ticket to Toy Story 4, it will come with some form of suicide with it. Right? So that you can just off yourself as it gets too sad. Right.
I actually think Toy Story 4 is going to be fun and happy and lighthearted again.
I mean, I
feel like
love for that to
it's going to be like Toy
Story. It would not follow the trend.
It'll be like Toy Story 1 again. That's what I'm expecting. But the point of this,
Toy Story 1 was great.
Toy Story 1 was the great. Point of this is both Toy Story 2 and 3 are still better than any of the Cars movies.
That's not true at all.
Yes.
Like it's just not true. Okay.
But it is.
I think it's better, but it's not more enjoyable because during the first Cars movie, you have fun. It's got fun music. It's got fun racing. It's got funny characters.
Highway.
It's got funny characters. It's got just entertainment, good times. It's got jokes that make you laugh. Toy Story 2 is just depressing and there's mean characters.
No, they all save the day, and Barbie's fun, and they go to the Buzz Lightyear aisle.
That's what I want my kid to learn.
And Woody's Roundup is great. I don't know what's wrong with you, John.
Jeremy has pointed out we need to make cartoons great again, and I agree. Now let me talk about Toy Story 3 real quick. Not Toy Story 3.
Okay, okay, tell me about Cars 3. Tell me,
because you and I are never going to agree on which one's a better one, right? For whatever reason. You don't like cars, you don't like men stuff, and you don't like humor. So I don't know why this is.
I don't even know what the second comment was, John. No, hold on. Hold on, John. When you say I don't like cars, I enjoy the first Cars movie. I'm analyzing it as a filmmaker and as a person who cares about well-written, good storytelling with rememberable characters and worthwhile things. Cars 1 is the worst of the Pixar movies, which is still a pretty high bar. And Cars 2 is a piece of garbage.
Oh, no. Cars 2 Cars 2 made me mad. Like that movie. Here's the problem with Cars 2 and where they corrected it with Cars 3. Right, is Cars 2 wasn't about racing anymore. Like they raced, but it was about solving a mystery in James Bond in the form of Cars, which had its like humorous bits, but overall was garbage. Right. Cars 3 goes back to the racing. So Cars 3, the basis is like it's the overall story of something that is getting too old and being surpassed by younger things. Right. That's the basis of the story. I think they tell it okay. It's not anything spectacular as far as like the overall story, but there were definite times when I was like literally laughing out loud. Like I was laughing at some things that were said. There was some really cool moments. It was gorgeous. Like even in the slower parts when the truck's driving him to the next place, it was gorgeous sceneries they had made with this stuff. I mean, the antagonist wasn't great, but it was. I mean, the antagonist was literally there to be an antagonist. I mean, nothing else. They had some other side characters that were just kind of fun side characters to have in there.
I'm not going to defend this, John.
They had most. I know. I'm just saying that like it was an enjoyable movie, and I still enjoy Cars 3 and Cars 1 more than I will ever enjoy Toy Story 2 or Toy Story 3, because I felt that those were more just depressing and like I don't know. I didn't have fun with them. I need to have fun. These ones had fun. So,
all right, I'm gonna end up seeing Cars 3.
Yeah, you don't need to go see it in the theater. If you are not into the Cars franchise, or you don't have a kid who's in the Cars franchise, don't go see it in the theater. I mean, it was loud.
Well, if I'm near a theater on a Tuesday, and I got nothing better to do, I'll see it.
Yeah, I mean it's.
But when it comes out, if it comes out on digital, like it shows up on the iTunes thing, and I'm like, oh, I have not seen this yet, I'll definitely rent it.
Yeah, no, it's good. Like it is an enjoyable movie.
I'm sure it is, but it's not.
Tell me what's so great about Toy Story 3.
It's heartfelt and dramatic, and you care.
No, I don't care. Oh my, no, it's a giant scary bear trying to kill your favorite little characters. I don't care what you think, because there's no excuse to that. Okay, let me tell you this.
There's a perfect
So you're sitting there watching. Hold on, you're sitting there watching the news, and the latest story in the news is some guy who's about to be executed.
This is why you don't watch the news.
Whatever. He's about to be executed for like murdering 7 children, right? Okay. Do you all of a sudden start like tearing up for him because his parents left him at the doorstep of a fire station?
No, this is America. We're desensitized, John.
Well, there you go. Maybe I'm just being American.
Oh, okay. So maybe
Americans like cars that go round and round.
Maybe turn left.
Thank you, Tim, for saying Toy Story 3 sucked.
You're wrong. Toy Story 3 is one of the greatest animated movies of all time, John.
It better be muted if you want to watch it.
Oh my God, that movie is fantastic. It is almost
I will never agree with that. Okay.
I keep a Toy Story 3 poster in my dining room, John.
I'm sorry. You know what I keep in my room? Monsters Inc. Like original hang in the theater little small things.
At least we can agree that Monsters Inc. is fantastic.
I love Monsters Inc. I haven't really liked Monsters University.
It was okay. It's I
thought it was for a prequel. I thought it was very well done.
Monsters University is still a better movie than Cars 1.
Yeah, I'd go that. Okay. I enjoyed Monsters University over Cars.
Okay, good. All right, then we're at an established point, because if you're putting Monsters University at a lower point, Toy Story 3 is still above it.
No, well, we know that's not true. Okay, so I saw some previews.
I want to talk about this. Hey, wait.
So
it's trailer talk on Nerdflix and Chill with John and Dave.
Dun-dun-dun.
It used to be a show.
So there was one for this movie called Coco.
Coco is the new Pixar movie coming out next, which is going to be way better than Cars 3.
Have you seen the preview for it? It's all about the Day of the Dead.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Looks really cool.
Yeah.
But the movie, the trailer that got me the most, and I'm not saying there's no chance this is going to be an actually good movie, but the trailer that humored me the most was for the Emoji Movie.
I love the Emoji Movie trailer.
Okay. Have you seen the one where it shows the 2 poop emojis coming out of the bathroom?
Yeah.
And they're like, should we wash your hands? Oh, no. And they just like laugh and high five and walk out. And they're just like, we're number 2. That movie's going to be terrible.
No, it's going to be the worst movie ever, but there's these moments of brilliance in the trailers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will go see this one. I will take the kids to go see this.
You'll take them to the Emoji Movie?
Oh, yeah, because my daughter's going to want to go. And no matter how bad it's going to be, there's going to be some points that can make you actually laugh. Like, you will get at least 5 or 6 solid laughs out of that movie, for sure. Yeah, even if the overall is bad.
You're definitely going to walk out being like, yeah, that movie sucked. But there's...
Yeah, but you have to dwell on those laughs. Like, you have to go in there knowing I'm going in here for these 5 or 6 laughs, and that's all I care about.
Right, and your kids will enjoy it, and they'll laugh at all the other stupid jokes that aren't funny at all.
Yeah. But there's also the one for the Ninjago movie.
That looks amazing, and I was going to completely pass that off until I saw that trailer.
It's made by the same people that Lego Batman. and Lego Batman was good.
Uh-huh.
So it's got potential, and he's got some good jokes in it from the trailer.
It's got a pretty funny premise. I'm on board. I'm on board.
He calls his son Lloyd.
It's gonna be great. This movie's that movie will be good.
Yeah. So either my wife and I, or one of us will take my son to it, because my daughter's not going to go to that one. All right.
Interesting.
You feel good about our movie conversation?
No, because Cars is still the worst Pixar movie.
I hate you.
It's not a bad part. I mean, well, Cars 2, let's make this clear. Cars 2 is the worst Pixar movie, and the only thing above it is Cars 1.
Dude, Cars 2 was so bad. It was so bad.
No, I know. That's why it's
You know what one of my favorite and least favorite parts of the Cars movies are? One thing is one of my favorite and least favorite parts.
Every time he says ka-chow.
No, that's whatever. That's kind of somewhere it floats in the middle. Is like, don't care.
My favorite, never mind.
Mater, because his character's hilarious, but I don't like Larry the Cable Guy. Because of the whole get her done thing was way overdone.
Yeah.
That I just don't like that, but his character's hilarious.
Yeah.
So.
He just doesn't need to hold his own movie.
Yeah. Oh, we have like a short that's all him that's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's all him telling Lightning McQueen about how he's done all these different jobs.
Yeah, yes, no, that is really good. That might be better than any of the other Cars stuff.
Shut up. No, because it doesn't have a plot.
Except that's the problem, John, is the plot with the first one is boring and you fall asleep halfway through when they're going across the waterfall.
That's not true.
And nobody cares about the stupid waterfall. And then we all fall asleep and then we wake up and we're like, wow, Cars was fun.
I hate you so much. All right, I'm gonna play some music now.
Okay, this better be good.
This music is gonna be better than the last.
Is it going to be better than Cars?
No, it's not possible. Nothing's better than Cars,
except every other Pixar movie.
So when I was looking out for music and trying to find music that's video game related, I came across this, and I'd heard it a bit, not realizing this is who it is. So this is from Daemon Hatfield. Now, Daemon Hatfield is an IGN writer. I think he might be an editor or whatever. So he works at IGN. Hey, Sean's here finally. So Daemon Hatfield is the host of Game Scoop on IGN, their podcast. It's kind of like all encompassing video game stuff. He's a writer and whatever else for IGN, but he also makes music. And it's not from video games, but he's a video game guy and its music kind of fits in. So I contacted him. I was amazed. Like, I didn't expect to hear back right away, but I contacted him and found out that he was cool with me playing as much of his music as I wanted to. So if you go to SoundCloud on Daemon Hatfield, you'll find a bunch of his different albums out there. Some of it's like house music, some of it's him singing. But we also have the link. If you go to forgetbeingcool.com, go to this episode or hit me up on Twitter and I can tell you the link to it too.
Episode 6.
Yeah, it's episode 6. Check this out. This is going to be better than it has been in the past. I stand by that, I think.
Stand by,
Let's
John. Stand
All
by,
right.
John.
So here's the song. I want to actually, you know what? Let me make sure I'm playing the right song here because that'd be okay. Yeah. Here's the song modified off the album Black Cloud from Daemon Hatfield.
I shook you in my dream as hard as I could stand. When I stopped, you fell away, pockets full of sand. Waking up a world away, cutting through the air, 7,000 miles to kill. I'll see you when I'm there. Just look into my eyes. You're watching it decay, twitching in the net again, trying to get away. I am living in between the pleasure and the pain. Emblems glowing in the night and mounting in the rain. I've been modified. I've been modified. Well, I guess it was worth a try. But I've been modified. I shook you in my dream as hard as I could stand. When I stopped, you fell away, pockets full of sand. Waking up a world away, cutting through the air. 7,000 miles to kill. I'll see you when I'm there. I've been modified. I've been modified. Well, I guess it was worth a try. But I've been modified.
All right. So that was Daemon Hatfield, song modified off the album Black Cloud. So I want to say the last episode, Shauna made a comment about it just being me dancing, like as the music was coming on. So I went on my phone.
I just switched the cameras now, John. It's just you and me both doing this back and forth.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what I do now.
Oh, about to say, because I was just finding pictures of Daemon Hatfield and putting him in front of my camera. And so Jeremy's here, we got Grouchy here and Sean. And so Jeremy asked if next we're playing 20 questions. Sadly, I do not have a 20 questions ready to go, but I almost should every time I play one of his.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I could do back of the box, but the one box I have nearby, it's way too much. I'd have to leave out way too many words. So I don't think I can do it.
All right.
So it's a Wednesday night, right?
No, it's Friday, John.
It's a Friday night. And so we're going to talk once a month. We're going to talk about our collecting and the good and bad of our collecting. Yep. So Dave, I want you to tell us what you got. You've spoiled it for me, but you got to tell the rest of everybody.
I couldn't help it, John. I tried. I was like, I probably should just save this for the show, not do anything with it, just like leave it ready to go. So I'm getting up. You know, it's like 90 degrees here. It's like hot, sweaty. I don't have the air conditioning on. I wake up. I'm like, oh, I'm gross. I should get in the shower. But I get this Facebook message from Jim Young. He sends me this message. He's like, so there's this yard sale. And he's like, and it's like, you know, it's like 2 blocks from your job, which is like 2.5 miles. I'm like, oh, no, I'm supposed to shower. No. He's like, but they got PS2 games. I'm like, all right, I'm on my way. I
Makes
I
sense.
threw on whatever clothes I found. I think they were the ones I wore the day before. That's probably not
Because
smart.
why not?
Because why not? I can do what I want. Grabbed a little bit of cash because I always have cash lying around for this kind of thing. I don't know why. I have a problem. Sometimes I have cash for amiibos, just saving up. Because sometimes Nintendo announces 12 amiibos, and you have to go buy all of them. And some of the times you got to ship them to your house. Anyway, so I jump on my bike, and I ride the 2.5 miles to this yard sale. I meet him, and I'm looking at this box. And, like, there's, like, this whole box. Like, there's, like, 62 games here or something. And I'm, like, flipping through. I'm like, God, there's so much garbage in here. But, like, at the same time, I'm like, but there's, like, a couple good games in here. But I don't really want to, like, go through here and, like, feel like I forgot something. And the lady's, like, making all these deals with this lady for, like, some, like pot, like, some cooking pot thing. And then they like these fans, and then like this weird dresser. This old lady behind me is just buying everything. I don't know what's wrong with her. Anyway,
Yeah.
So this is happening, and as they're doing this, I'm just hanging out, looking at all the games. They got some Wii games stuff in here. Like, it's all like the bad Wii games. You know what those are, like Wii Fit. So I'm just looking at the PS2 games. I'm like, okay, I want a lot of these, and I don't want to sort through. So I asked the lady, I'm like, so how much for the whole box? She's like, well, there's 62 games, and they're selling them for $1 a piece, right? Which is not bad. And I said, okay, so what? How much is the whole box? And I'm prepared to offer 50. Got a 50. I'm ready. Right? Like, I feel like that's a reasonable price. She goes, oh no, I'll give it to you for 40. Like, oh, I was going to give you 50 pretty much. Like, oh, okay. So she just hands me, I'm like, here's 40. Like, give me some change for this $50 bill that I was prepared to hand you. And give me this, give me this whole box. This whole box that I not only rode my bike to get. So thank you to Jim Young for helping me carry 62 games to my house. And I sent you a picture of all of them.
You did.
There's a couple highlights in there. There's a Rockstar game I've never heard of that's still wrapped in plastic. It's wrapped in plastic. There's like Jack and Daxter games, some Gran Turismo games. There's a couple sports games, some weird SpongeBob games. But the point of this is now I have like an endless supply of shelved and forgotten games that ends at 62. It's endless, but it ends at 62.
Yeah, well, I mean that means not endless.
Yeah, but
this is starting to explain a few things.
Okay.
Because you don't know what endless means, which means you obviously don't know what a good movie is.
Yeah, because Cars drags on for too long. It's almost as if Cars 1 is endless because it takes too long to get through that story.
Mm. So Grouchy asked what game you stuck in front of your spokes to make that cool noise. Sorry, that was me typing. My keyboard goes clickety click, and I was trying to find out if Jeremy Good is actually sitting in front of his computer because I have an idea, but we gotta wait. So I got 62 games for 65 cents a piece. I could sell them back some of the highlights and probably get my money's back, no problem. Like, really. But you got some decent pull. Like there's at least enough in there that's like, okay, this is made it definitely worth the pull.
Yeah. Hot Shots Golf for Keith from Living Room Clutter. Can't wait to play that because I've never haven't played Hot Shots Golf in my life ever.
Well, there's that new game coming out called like Everyone's Golf.
Yeah, that's Hot Shots Golf for PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on board. I like golf games. Don't misunderstand me. There was enough highlights in there that I don't regret it. Plus, it filled in a couple of gaps of like, there's a couple of stupid games in there that I had as a kid, right? That like, these games aren't good. They're not worth buying. Sometimes you go to the store and they're like $8, and you're like, I don't want to pay $8 for this. But if I can get a stack of these games and have games to play and fill up my PS2 collection because I love PS2 games, this is awesome. But I have a problem, John. Why did I walk away with the entire box? That is
no. That's not. That was too good of a deal to pass up, right? Unless your house is just so cluttered with stuff that it's just like a problem at that point.
No. There's no clutter. I mean, there's living room clutter, but that's life. No, I got plenty of room on the shelf for them.
Do you have any highlights you'd like to point out that you have on the top of your head? You said everyone's golf. I saw Gun was in there. I don't know if that was good or not. I remember enjoying it at one point.
All I know about Gun is definitely a game I want to play for the Sheldon Forgotten stuff because it's a game that I've seen 1,000 times, heard enough good things about it, but don't really have any idea really what it is, if that makes any sense. Definitely going to play that Gran Turismo game in there because I just want to see.
Oh, yeah. I used to love Gran Turismo.
Yeah, and I used to love that Gran Turismo, but I can't remember, and I can't remember if it holds up, like, at all. So I'm sure it won't, but I'm curious to try it. Whatever that Rockstar game is, it's still wrapped and sealed. It's like Evil something. Somebody's screaming. They know what it is.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, I want to play that because Rockstar made some quality games of that era. Vice City people. So those are the highlights. I got Sonic Heroes.
So that's when we're sticking in the spokes for a bike, right?
No, I'm gonna actually throw Pets and Dogs 2 between my bike spokes.
Pets and Dogs 2?
Cats and Dogs with Z's. Pets. Oh, it's Pets Dogs 2.
Oh, is it the game?
Yeah, it's a game. That's a real game.
Oh, God. Oh, Manhunt. Yeah, you had Manhunt. No, did you have Manhunt in there?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, dude, Manhunt's messed up, but so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, kill someone with like, piano wire and saw their head off effectively. It's gory.
Yeah.
Okay. So if this works out, would you have any desire? I'll let you finish here in a second. Would you have any desire to try to play Back in the Box? If I sent Jeremy a link to hop in just for that?
Yes, go for it. Just
copy
copy the link that.
I already have. I've already copied it. I'm going to paste it here to Jeremy and Twitter.
Yeah, don't put it in our group chat because then Sharon will Jeremy here, and then Greenie will come in here and he'll curse a bunch, and then.
Yeah, well, the problem is once someone comes in, I don't think we can get rid of them.
We're just going to have to trust Jeremy to leave. That's
no. I trust Jeremy to do this. Okay, so hopefully he'll see it, and we'll see if he jumps in, and he'll just interrupt whatever it is we're doing at the time. Right. Yeah, no, that was a heck of a pool, dude. I was proud. I say proud. I was excited, I guess, for you.
So they told me, they said, "Oh, we've got some PS1 games, but we don't really know where they are." And I was like, part of me wants to stand here, but I also want to run away because you gave me a deal, and I don't want you to regret this deal.
Well, I mean, by that time the deal's already done or said. But the problem is with PS1 games, there's so many that just don't hold up. It's such an awkward time period. And it's hard.
It sounds like Jim went back and they didn't have really anything but some crappy sports games. And PS1 sport games are the worst kind of PS1 games.
Yeah. Now PS2 sports games hold up.
Yeah, because the controls made sense. It was easy. No, dude, I'm excited. There's like an old there's like a Final Fight game in there.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to play that because God, those games, I remember them, but it's been so long. And it's just these are just things that I threw away. Basically over time. I was like, oh, I need a new PS3 because my PS3 died. I better just give them my entire PS2 catalog for nothing, for less than I paid for this box of games. Although I'll tell you, there were some kids in this garage sale. They were selling their stuff, and these kids are going to regret this someday.
Yeah, you kind of want to tell them, and you kind of don't.
Yeah, because you're like, God, there's going to be a point where there's a game in there that I bought, right? Some game that was one of your favorite games of all time. And what you're going to remember is some creepy looking dude who definitely needs to take a shower and is covered in sweat, who rode up on his bike, who's definitely too old to be talking to these people.
Oh, you took your bike?
Yeah, I told you. I rode my bike 2.5 miles to this garage sale.
Oh, jeez.
That's why I needed Jim to help me carry him.
That's funny.
It was great. And we had to throw some in the bag because they didn't all fit in the box. Dude, it was a crazy pull. But what they're going to remember is one game in that box, right? Who knows what it'll be. Could be Final Fight. And they'll be like, God, I'd really, really like to play that. And they're going to go try to buy it. And it's going to be like $12 or something stupid, right?
Yeah.
And all they're going to remember is the fact that they gave this weird, creepy dude all their games for $40.
They might just remember the weird, creepy dude.
I mean, that's ideal.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that probably teaches them a lesson about talking to people like me. Because if you talk to me, I'm just going to take all your games.
That's true.
For an extremely reasonable price on my end.
Yeah.
But they and a lot of these games came from the resale shop. Like they've got some of the stickers. Like they must have bought these over time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, God, they know this place exists. I guarantee you, if I took this whole box up there, I'd get more than $40.
I don't know, man. I mean, no, probably not though, because PS2 games, like a lot of times these you have to find a retro game store really.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
a lot of these probably wouldn't have pulled you as much. Like they're probably worth more than you'll ever get for them.
Yeah,
unless you sell them to an individual.
Yeah, if I put them on eBay, I guess I would make more than my money back. But it would take me so long to sell them on eBay that forget it.
So I had a couple things.
Uh-huh.
If you're ready to move on to my collecting issues.
Yeah, you have a problem too. Although I feel like what I did is not that bad. Although I'll tell you, let me give you my last horrible thing I did, John.
God. I know. Did you pre-order something?
I went and pre-ordered all 12 of those amiibo, and not
12 of the 13. Let's be specific here. 12 of the 13.
No. Oh no, I got all 13. I lied. There's 13.
You did get the last one?
I got the last one.
I'm gonna say good job and condolences.
Because I have a sickness, John. So I went to GameStop.
You do.
I ran to GameStop the minute you told me they're up for pre-order. They sold it at Tiki. God, I don't even know who Tiki is, but I pre-ordered.
That's the funny part.
That's the worst part, John. Tiki from Fire Emblem.
So Dave, when you get these amiibos, do you put them in a spoon, light a fire under them, suck them up into a syringe, and inject them straight into the vein? Like, is that how you take in these?
No, John. At this point, I'll tell you the truth. It's that I bought all the other ones. I can't stop now.
No, I know. I was explaining this to my wife, and my wife asked me because I told her about them. I showed her some of the pictures. I'm like, it's like I want these, but I don't have a place for them, so I'm not gonna spend the money. And she's like, well, how many does Dave have? And that's when I asked you. And then I told her you said over 100, and she did not know what to do with
that. Hey, hold on. People who listen to this show have entire closets of Skylanders in their house. No, I have shelves. And on a personal note, all of a sudden, it seems like I might have some more space on my shelves than I used to.
Yeah, wow, but that is a turning it into lemonade mindset there, Dave. Congratulations.
So I might have some more space for some amiibos all of a sudden. Although actually I made some space because I realized this anyway. So I've got enough room to display them all. But it is truly a sickness. They sold out of that one. John.
Yeah.
I'm paying $6 to ship Tiki to my house because I didn't want to go get it. Although I'm probably going to pay more to go get Majora's Mask a week from today. Let's be honest. Because I have to go to Best Buy. And that's a whole nother story. But, John, I should not be paying this much to ship a Tiki amiibo to my house, but I did it. I paid half the price of an amiibo to make sure that I get this.
That's the worst part.
To make sure that I get this, because guess what? They sold out everywhere else. So I better order this one. And I don't even trust Best Buy to do store pickup. So prepared for Majora's Mask Plus. Hey guys. To our lovely listeners who love Amiibo and Amiibo addiction. When Skyward Sword Link goes up on sale, spam the crap out of me. Okay, thank you.
I don't even think I'm going to buy that one.
I think I have to buy that one.
I might, because I have all the other ones, but I'm going to pick up the one at Best Buy. I think it's like next Friday or something like that. That one comes out. Did both of them come out that day? Like the 23rd or something like that?
7 days. 7 days from now.
Yeah, so next Friday. Yeah, so Grouchy in the chat pointed out that he wants some Mario ones. I agree. I think the Mario ones look great. Like the three Mario, like in the wedding stuff.
Yeah, the Pimp Bowser.
Oh yeah, that is definitely Pimp Bowser. Along with the other two, the Goomba and the Koopa Troopa.
Right, but those are things I have to have. It's the Fire Emblem characters that I don't need, John. I want the wedding with Mario's. Like I need that whole line. The Zelda Guardians are awesome.
Oh God, they're gorgeous, but I just don't have room, man. I just don't have room.
But the Fire Emblem ones, I don't even care who Crumb is.
Crumb?
Crumb.
His name was Crumb.
His name is Crumb. Crumb and Tiki.
Jesus. Okay.
All right, tell me about your problem, John.
So when we were talking one day, maybe right after the last show while we're editing it, I went on this app. My wife got me hooked up with this app. The app is called Mercari, and it's kind of like eBay, except there's no bidding. People put stuff up there. They put their shipping price or free shipping or whatever, and then you can shoot them offers, and they can take or reject them, right?
It's kind of like Let Go. Kind of sounds like Let Go.
Yeah, but I think Let Go is like a local thing.
It's a local. Yeah.
Same thing, but this one is with shipping. So I'm going on there. I'm just kind of flipping through, and there's like groups of games and whatever, but the prices aren't what I'm willing to spend. And then I stumble across for the Wii, Mario Super Sluggers and Mario
Chargers,
the soccer one. Yeah, but I can't remember what the full name of that one is. Anyway, so I bought those $10 each, which is a good deal for those. $10 free shipping. The next day, one of them's canceled because the person can't ship it in time. And it was the baseball one, so I'm not as mad as much as I do love that game. So I'm still waiting, but they still haven't shipped out my soccer one, and I'm not happy about that. Like, I don't care if it takes me a little while to get it, that's fine, but I want to know that it's coming.
Yeah.
And so I will not be happy if it doesn't get sent. So that was part of it. So that's one thing. Oh, yeah, Super Mario Strikers there's a charge somewhere in the Wii one.
Super Mario Strikers Chargers. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. No, that doesn't sound right. We're idiots. So that's one thing. The second thing is now that I have a PS4 coming and I have PS Plus.
Your Zelda edition, Zelda edition PS4.
Yeah, my gold one, it's gonna look so ridiculous. And then I have my PS3. So there's PS Plus games on PS3. Mm-hmm. I'm looking to get a really inexpensive Vita, because there'll be free games for Vita at least for a period of time on PS.
You're jumping into the Vita at the wrong time, John.
Right. No, I think I'm jumping into it at the absolute right time.
You're jumping in it.
Think how cheap everything is.
Except the fact that they are going to stop giving you free games probably the week you pick it up.
But you know what? I'll still be able to buy used games for cheap.
You're making a mistake.
But anyway, I'm only willing to jump into this if it's like cheap. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I got on Craigslist today on my phone. I was at work, and I saw one for $40, and it was like, son sold all his PlayStation stuff, moving over to Xbox, doesn't want this anymore. And I'm like, it's like, I don't know where this is. It's because Houston's a big place, right? So it could be an hour and a half away from where I live. I don't know. It looked like it was in good condition. I wanted to make sure what it came with. So I sent an email to the lady. She emailed me back, and she was like, look, I've already sold this. I forgot to take it down. She's like, but let me tell you where I got it. She's like, let me tell you my secret. I don't think this was her son's. I think she just wrote this story to get it sold. She got it off QBids. QBids is a site where you bid on stuff and you get insanely good deals. But the issue is that you have to buy bids. And every time you bid, it takes one of your bids away, right? So you're basically paying to bid. So if you don't get it, you're really screwed. But if you do get it, then...
Yeah, no, QBids is garbage. Nobody should be on QBids, but okay.
No. But you can, if you play the system right, you can get amazing deals, and people do. Yeah. But you can also just straight get screwed. And this woman sends me, she's like, look, I got 2 of these for $70.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. She's like, look, yeah, I got it on QBid. That's where I do my stuff. She's like, here's the thing. Do not place a bid until there's less than 4 seconds left on that timer.
Right.
Because when you bid, it jumps up like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And people can keep bidding. And I was looking at a bunch of stuff. So I'm trying to decide. I might want to do this one time, because the lowest you could buy is 100 bids for like $50. So I'm like tempted to just do it. Like, it's almost like gambling.
No, don't do it, John.
Do it once, just as like a gambling thing.
Yeah, John, but it is a gambling thing. It is exactly like gambling. Don't do it.
Yeah, but like, you have a little bit more control if you have self-control. Right? So
John, I don't know. This is coming from the guy who impulse buys Super Mario Strikers.
Oh, I know you do. So I have. Oh wait, that's me.
Yeah, hold on.
I almost bought the GameCube one.
This was what I did, John, was like a moment of like, if I don't do this now, I don't get to make this choice later.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
So my decision, despite the fact that it was rash and irresponsible, was also like, okay, but I had to make the call quickly. and I don't feel like I get rid of that. Jeremy, get in here.
I'm trying to type to him right now.
Okay. I will stall our audience. Hi, audience.
No, that's fine. He can jump in whatever we're doing at the time. He can interrupt that for this.
Yeah, we'll play some weird music. It'll be great.
No, it'll be fine. But there's one more thing. I went to work today. It's my first day back. Been off for a few days. I went to work, and this guy that I work with comes up. He's a guy I talk about Nintendo stuff with sometimes. He comes up to me, taps on the shoulder. He goes, "Here you go. You're gonna want this." And this is what he put in front of me.
Dun, 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 dun. That's not Zelda.
No, it's not. But this is the GameCube Wind Waker. This is the only physical copy of Zelda I am missing from my collection, and the one that was the hardest for me to buy because I own it digitally, so I wasn't willing to pay $40 plus for this. I mean, it's got the booklet. The disc is in great condition. It's everything. He's like, "Here you go."
Oh, almost every game that I got from that box had its booklet. Not that it matters with PlayStation games.
But Dave, I've been trying to get this thing for a while, and he just handed it to me today.
Who handed this to you?
This guy at work that I work with, this other operator.
He seems really nice. Can he?
He is, and he told me he's like, the only requirement now is you got to bring the Switch in so we can play Arms at work tomorrow.
So basically, he paid for 4/6 of Arms.
No, the reality is he's like, I don't want to go through the hassle of selling this. Why don't you just have it? Because I know you want it.
Because they're only going to give him $15 or something for it. So what's it worth?
Or he's got to do eBay or whatever.
Well, yeah, that's the problem.
So I don't know. I don't know if Jeremy's going to be joining us. We have a special thing we're going to be putting at the end of this episode, a talk we had with the MegaDads. We have one more thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Beforehand, Jeremy jumps in on this, and we'll do the back of the box. If not, then we'll catch him with back of the box on the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you had me watch a movie this week.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
I don't think we're gonna go in nearly as much detail as we went to last time we were talking about the movie. I think we kind of went over a little bit overboard with it last time.
All right, fine. Because John didn't like my movie, everybody.
But no. It doesn't matter what movie. We'll talk about it. We need to, but we don't need to go into every detail or every little scene or whatever, right? So let's talk about what I really liked about this movie. Right, so the movie was called Across the Universe?
Yes, John. The movie was called Across the Universe from 2007. It's on Netflix. It's a Beatles musical. It's fantastic.
So the basis of this movie is it's all Beatles songs sung by the different characters throughout the movie.
Uh-huh.
A boy in England, it does something to get over to the United States to find his dad that while in the military knocked up his mom and abandoned her while she was pregnant.
Uh-huh.
And he thinks she works at a university. He turns out he's like a janitor or whatever. And then he meets this family and kind of moves in. Oh, wait, we got Jeremy in here.
Jeremy!
Hey, guys.
Sup?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Excellent. This is very impromptu, but I thought, hey, I've got a box. I can share.
Let's pause our movie talk and do back of the box.
Plus, this way, John and I both get to guess. We need a bumper for this, though.
Oh, wait, no, it's someone else's bumper.
Jeremy's back of the box.
Try to read it and not show it. Okay. Are you ready, gentlemen?
I'm ready.
Yeah. All right. So he's totally new, totally tough, and he'll stop at nothing to make sure justice prevails. From the dark streets of blank to the deepest corners of the criminal underground comes the blank as you've never seen him before.
I know it.
Is it? You know it?
Yeah, I know it. I know it. 100% I know it.
But, all right. What do you think it is, Dave?
No, I have to let John guess first.
All right.
No, I was going to guess something Batman related, but no. Is there more to the box?
Yeah. Incredibly strong,
let me hear the rest of the box.
Armed to the teeth, and ready to pull his life on the line for the sake of all. On a search and destroy mission to end the blank's reign of terror, he leaps, he flies, he dodges enemy fire, and delivers it right back with a vengeance. This is no kids stuff.
This is on the
real.
box.
This is as real as video gaming gets. If you liked what you saw in the movie, you're gonna love what you see here, because this time around, blank is all business, and he won't let anything.
This is getting worse.
Anything stand in his way.
This has got to be like the longest box write-up ever.
I mean, you know who it's about, but could you guess the
specific title?
Yeah,
I've got nothing.
Batman Begins on the PS something era, or
older,
or Batman Arkham Knight.
So it's this game has some killer drum beats from a
Donkey Konga.
Well, I wish. Older than PS2 generation.
Is it just the Batman? It can't be just the Batman.
Dave, it sounded like you knew what you were talking about, and then you barely got it right. Like, you got as much of it right as I did, and I had no idea what was going on.
It is Batman for the NES. The video game.
Jesus.
In the box.
Oh, man. I forgot how much write-up and backstory they did for these NES games when it just didn't matter. And now that it does, they put nothing on there.
Because they learned that it meant nothing. Oh, that's great.
Because we have the internet now.
No, wait.
We can find out everything about a game, and now it's like you look on the back of a box and it's like nothing, like pointer controls.
So my real important question is, which movie are we referring to right now?
That would probably been the first Batman movie with Michael Keaton, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
89.
That makes sense. Something like that, yeah. All right.
Well, Jeremy, thank you for popping in. Let people know where they can find your stuff, including your NES collection. Meaning, like, where do they come and take all your inbox NES games with manuals?
My address is. You can find me. I'm at Trash Turkey on Twitter, and that's really all. I don't do any internet content. This is all.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you for popping in.
Yes, thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Bye, man.
See ya.
So John's going to tell me how much he hated my movie now.
No. Hold on a second. I got to point something out, right? So every once in a while, because Jeremy pops in these things in our chat a lot and whatever else, and people hear us refer to Trash Turkey. So everyone needs to watch the video version of this, or at least find this portion of it, so they can see who he is. All right. So the movie has all these Beatles songs, right? The selection of songs was fantastic, right?
Agreed.
Ringo Starr, who I don't, not Ringo Starr.
Paul McCartney.
Bono was in it.
Yes, Bono was in it.
Singing "I Am the Eggman."
I am the Walrus.
What's the name of the song? Is it "I Am the Walrus"?
I am the Walrus.
Okay, "I Am the Walrus." Bono singing that was amazing, and I don't like Bono. Like, I like U2 music, and kind of it depends on which album we're talking here, but I don't like Bono.
Yep.
But I liked that. Like, that was amazing.
Yep.
That was good. Now, here's what was not good about this movie.
I love this movie, everybody. Hey, okay, hold on.
The movie. Let's get to some specifics here. I never once believed that the person on screen was singing the song. Like, it might have been them singing it later and lip dubbing it over whatever. It never once looked like they were singing it. And this is a musical, and that's important. Like, you need to believe that the person singing is the person on the screen singing. Yeah, and it never once came across that way.
All right.
Watch Grease. Grease looked like it, and that movie was however many years beforehand.
Yeah, Greece.
It's not
Yeah,
that hard.
except Greece, we had a lot less to work with. But fine, all right.
It doesn't
I'm letting
matter.
it go.
Like
I want to let it go. I want to let it go.
the singing was okay. So it didn't look like anyone was singing. Also, most of the time, I did not like the version because of what it was being sung, right? Like the song is good, but I don't want to hear it sung that way, right? Like I thought that took away from it, right? I want to hear the Beatles sung like the Beatles or certain renditions of it, but not most of them, right? I did not like these versions. Here's my biggest problem. If you want to hear some good Beatles songs, go get a Beatles album. Don't stick a half-ass crappy story to try to make it fit. So this is what these people did. They picked out a bunch of songs, they compiled them in an order, and they're like, okay, how do we make a scene fit into this song? So they built the movie around the song instead of building the movie and then putting the songs in. Right? And so it made the story not good. Right? And I like the era. Like I like the era of it all and stuff like that. I
Why
like some
can't
of the
you just sit back, relax, and enjoy a movie when you can watch Cars? I don't understand.
Because Cars was at least coherent.
This movie's coherent.
All over the place. It was all over the place, and it was so obvious that they were like stretching to figure out a way to make the song fit. Right? Instead of finding a song that fit into that scene. Like they 100% they built the scenes around wanting that song there. And not the other way around. Had they done it the other way around, they made a movie and then figured out where to shuffle in some Beatles songs, that might have worked. But they didn't do it that way. They went the other way, and it was choppy, and it wasn't like a single flow. It was just scene and then a scene and then a scene that kind of tied together but jumped around a lot. And
because a lot of time is passing, John. There's time passing. Have you ever been to a musical in your life?
Yeah, I've seen musicals. I'm not a musical fan necessarily, but I've seen musicals, and normally the songs are written for the story. And that's why they make sense. And this was, let's just put a bunch of songs in there and build a story around it, and that doesn't work.
Because you guys can't have fun with it, John.
It doesn't make for a good movie. Right? It makes for good music, maybe.
This movie is gorgeous. It has some of the best Beatles covers ever.
It has some okay Beatles covers.
The plot is not astounding, but is also enjoyable.
No, okay, first of all, there's like half the people die and get thrown in jail. There's not.
So John likes hold the John right now. John likes movies about going across the world to kill celebrities for ruining television and murdering people because it's full of wonderful comedy. But the minute that somebody gets thrown in jail or thrown in a furnace because they needed to be melted to have this heartfelt moment about being abandoned with toys, John immediately hates the movie the minute it gets sad, somebody gets thrown in jail. While my guitar gently weeps.
That is so not my problem. My problem with this one, right, specifically with this one, is the story is janky because they needed it to fit the music.
I think
the overall story, like if you look at the story and you told that whole story in about 5 sentences, right, or like in a paragraph, it's like, oh, that's a nice little short story. But to try to stretch it out into a movie,
so enjoy the music, John. Sit back, relax.
But that's the problem. But that's the problem. Like I would have had to have listened to it with my eyes closed and cut out about at least a third to a half of the songs because I didn't like the covers of some of them. Like some of the covers I thought were just poorly done. Like, and maybe some people love those covers. They just weren't for me. Right? Some of the ones when like
I'm not going to defend every cover in that movie. There is one in particular that irritates me a little bit, but
there's a couple of the ones where it's the women singing that just doesn't fit with the song. And there's someone with the lyrics and the fact that it's being sung by a woman. Like, I Want to Hold Your Hand the lyrics make it being sung from a man's, right? That's the way the song is written and the way the lyrics are. And they put it in for a woman to sing about someone she has a crush on or something.
Yeah, but it's the point of
she's a pointless character.
Oh yeah, Prudence is a pointless character, but that's fine.
So they made a scene because they wanted to put the song in, and the scene was pointless. It was
No.
sung by a woman when the song was written for a
Prudence.
man.
They put Prudence in the story so that they could sing "Dear Prudence."
Sure.
Okay, but the main
Yeah, exactly. So that's just another example of putting it in there just for the sake of the
main cast, John. The main cast. The main
British guy was good.
Yeah,
like,
Jude. And Lucy.
She was okay.
And
as
JoJo.
An
JoJo's great. The black guy.
Oh no, he was. Yeah, JoJo was pretty good.
And he's not just thrown in there because he's the God dang it. Prudence is the only flaw, and I'll give you Prudence.
No. She's not the only flaw in the movie. She's like the most flawed character. Look, I don't care if you like the movie. I'm not going to bash on you for liking the movie.
The colors are gorgeous. It is beautiful cinematography. The songs overall, despite not liking, oh God, I just had it. It won't be long not being my favorite cover in the film.
There's only a couple covers that I thought were like, these are really good covers. And most of them I thought just sounded poor. And if you watched it while you were listening, it really messed you up because it did not sound like the person you were watching singing was singing. And you that I don't see how they got that.
I had to watch
wrong.
15 minutes of Garden State in French.
Yeah, well, that's your fault. Okay, we got to start getting out of here because we have a special thing to tack on to the end of this episode.
Okay, one bit of programming.
Well, a couple things. First of all, the next movie we're going to be watching.
That's
all right. So next week's movie. This is I was going to hold on to this, and I'd actually talked about using this one a while back. But I was going to hold on to it, play something else. But Adam West died. What, like a week ago now, something like that. It's last weekend maybe. And because of that, the movie we're going to watch, because you have not seen this yet, is the 1966 Batman movie.
Is it on Netflix?
Now. Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's on Netflix.
Sweet.
Now, here's the thing. I want you to keep in mind while you're watching this movie. The movie in the series was basically a spoof. Right? Like they were supposed to be campy and cheesy and whatever, right? Have fun with it. It's hilarious. It's amazing. All right. So everyone watch that. If you have not seen it, you owe it to yourself to watch Adam West as Batman. All the main bad guys. It's great. And you get to see shark repellent. What else do you have to...
Other bit of programming. Mm-hmm. Programming notes. Hey, listeners. Guys, I need you to listen carefully. If you were fans of John and I, and you listened to this point this far into this show, and you are still listening on the shelved and forgotten feed, this is the last episode on this feed. You need to go into the iTunes / Google Play Store, whatever you're on, and look up Forget Being Cool, or just type in dacespace, DACESPACE. All the amazing shows come up, including, the Nintendo PlayStation podcast or something.
Xbox something or another, the newest one.
Xbox Dive, the newest show with James and Chris.
It's got some really cool art.
I love the art. I'm excited to have the Xbox Dive. I think they're putting up episode 1 tonight.
I don't know. Episode 0 is it? There is an episode out where they just talk about E3.
Right. So, guys, important note. If you're listening on the shelved and forgotten feed, John and I's old show, and you're enjoying it, which you probably are because you made it this far into the show, go subscribe to Forget Being Cool. Don't tweet me and say, I'm not getting episodes anymore of your show, because this is the last one you're going to get on this feed. Thank you for listening. We love you. And then go rate the show while you're there in the store. Thanks.
Okay. So I'm about to play a conversation that Dave and I had with John Wall and Adam Leonard, not to brag, from the MegaDads. They were at E3. They took about 15 minutes of their time to talk to us about E3. And the audio quality is not the greatest because their internet was real bad. I wish you could have seen these guys because we could not get them both on the Skype call. So they had to put one earbud in each ear. They're brothers, so I guess that's okay. And sit really close. If you've never listened to their show, the next 15 minutes is going to be a little hint of what their show is actually like.
So
it's the way they talk.
So if
you have kids around you, you might want to wait and listen to this part when the kids are not around you. They're not
/wives also.
No, the wives.
No, I'm
wives
just
are
kidding.
they're not like vulgar people, but the language isn't always as clean as we attempt to keep it here.
So while
anyway,
you're subscribing to the Forget Being Cool feed, subscribe to the MegaDads as well, because you're going to enjoy this.
Yeah, they are one of my favorite. They only come out once a month, and I can't wait to hear them every time they do. So check them out. We will see y'all on Monday morning.
And all the links are at forgetbeingcool.com. I'm Dave Moore. That's Jonny Casino. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, and you can follow these guys at MegaDads blog or at MegaDads blog. Yeah, just go subscribe.
There's a link at forgetbeingcool.com. There's a link at forgetbeingcool.com. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. We'll make that happen. All right, guys. And we'll talk to y'all next week.
This is so stupid. We look so unprofessional. We're at E3 for fuck's sake.
Oh, that's making the cut right there. That part.
Look, we're here.
Oh, this is going to be such a great audio clip.
This is
business as usual for MegaDads half-assed operation.
Can you hear him at all though? When
Yeah. We can hear both of y'all just fine. So we are here.
Okay, cool.
We are here with the MegaDads, John Wall and Adam Leonard. Not to brag. And y'all are at
Adam Leonard and John Wall.
And not, but I couldn't say it that way because I had to say Adam Leonard last, so I could say not to brag. Okay.
All right, then that's okay. We'll allow it.
Okay, so y'all are at E3, and there's a couple of things that we want to know. And you can answer these in kind of whatever.
Yes, it smells.
Yeah. Okay. You can answer this in whatever order you'd like. But I want to know the best thing you've seen, how Spider-Man was, is it worth going, and how do you not bump into everyone with your boners?
Well, we're gonna have two different answers because they're different lengths.
I'm not having any problems.
You're not having any issues at all.
No.
You could literally be like right up against somebody and it wouldn't be an issue.
And I like, in that Nintendo booth, I was like scooching right up. Nobody seemed bothered.
Wow.
What about your penis?
It's been difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you had the
you
opportunity
can only see so far.
He asked you how it was, and you had the opportunity to say it's been hard, and you chose difficult instead.
Oh, you see, it's been a long week. I'm usually on top of my game.
So how's Spider-Man?
It has been extremely arousing now. Not so much now that we're sitting next to each other.
Especially after Spider-Man.
So your two questions about what's the best thing we've seen and how was Spider-Man, to me, that's the same question.
Okay.
Spider-Man is the best thing that I've seen here so far. It is so incredibly good. What do you want to know?
So, okay, here's my one fear, right? I'm not big on the combat mechanics from the Batman games. Is this going to be just like that as far as combat?
Mm-hmm. It is very similar.
It's
similar, but faster paced with I mean, I guess kind of like the web shooting stuff that could probably be similar to like the battering stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it is very similar, but just faster, more.
It seems to be less reliant on like gadgetry, whereas in Batman you had to, equip all these different things to take on Batman in a different way. This one seems more about utilizing the environment. You can constantly see little button prompts queue up around different things in the environment that you can shoot with your webs and pull and hit enemies with. So I think that'll be a little easier, which kind of leans into how fluid the combat is.
Yeah.
Whereas Batman was such a brawler, was so big and slow, and Spider-Man's just flipping all over the place, and everything happens really quickly. But it seems to be really simplified by kind of taking out all that gadgetry stuff.
Okay. So John, is that also the best game you've seen, or do you have a different opinion from your brother?
No, I would agree. I mean, to be honest, like the first day, yesterday, we really didn't see a heck of a lot. We did a lot of just kind of wandering, taking it in, shooting video. I did see a game behind closed doors called Extinction, which is a third-person action game from here in Galaxy, the guys that do Killer Instinct.
Okay.
And that was pretty cool. That looked, it's very, what's it called? What's Attack on Titan-esque, where you're
I
having
have
to,
no idea. That sounds too hip for me.
you have to defend, this town from giant ogres, and the only way to finish them off is by decapitating them. So that was neat. But yeah, I would say Spider-Man.
Look how boring you are. Johnny Casino literally got out of his chair and just walked away while you were talking and left.
I had to
could
go
not care less about
Look, my
what you are
kids.
saying.
I'm pretty sure I saw him yawn.
My kids had
He's
to
sleeping.
are going to be
Look, he
coming
put his
home
head
soon. I wanted to have the door shut in case they walked in.
So
That's the best
What's-
thing to do with kids. Just shut them out.
Lock the doors.
That is MegaDads advice right there.
speaking of shutting
Mhm.
things out, what's the worst thing you guys have seen in E3? The worst part about it?
The worst thing about E3 so far,
Adam's got
Yeah.
an easy answer.
I've got a really easy answer. The line at Nintendo. I stood in line for 4 hours yesterday to play Mario Odyssey and finally just said, F it. I'm out.
Now,
Um,
how much longer
They
do you
have it
think you would have
actually fixed
been?
today. It would have been literally the entire day because I was counting heads in front of me, and it would have been like an additional hour and a half, which would have been until closing. And at the rate that people were budging in front of the line at the very front, that may have grown to about 2 hours. So I had to make the extremely difficult decision that, yes, I've wasted half of my day waiting for this, but like I need to make the best of the rest of this day.
Yeah.
So I bit the bullet. I said, you know what, this is coming out in 6 months. Screw it. I know it's going to be fun. I'm just going to get footage of it from the side and peace out.
A little
I'm not
Mario
making
side
that
boob.
mistake again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks really, really good though. I got to see plenty of it while not playing it. And it looks great. But that was the worst thing by far. Sony has a really good system here where they have you log into an app to make appointments for your playtime, whereas Nintendo just like basically makes you fight to the death
It's
with
just the
a bunch
Hunger
of
Games, yeah.
fat nerds around you.
Yeah.
And whoever
Well-
wins, wins.
Nintendo thinks that apps are for voice chat, not for convenience.
Right. They seem to be real tech savvy.
Yeah, they seem to be a little confused this weekend or week. What is this, the weekend?
I have no idea anymore.
I don't know what day it is.
No idea.
So John, is there something that you saw that was the worst?
I saw Nyko, the accessory maker.
Oh yeah.
They've got a giant ball pit. They have a ball pit that they have people sit in to play the games, with some scantily clad ladies.
I'm pretty sure that's how you get AIDS.
Standing in the ball pit with them, and that was gross.
So
I need to use some Purell just looking at it.
so most ball pits you just have to worry about urine, but this one you also have to worry about semen.
Exactly. It's like I don't even want to know what those guys are doing under the balls.
It's E3, man. Everything goes.
Yeah.
So that was scary.
So
There is an awful lot of sweat here. I will say that's everybody's kind of glistening a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
is that exciting to you?
It can be, depending on how close you are.
You're into that.
So being that y'all are going as press, right? But not
And it actually helps with the lines and the friction.
yeah.
Like if people are really sweaty and you're shoulder to shoulder, you just squirt on through. You don't get hung up on nothing.
Okay.
All right,
So
sorry.
should I take my shirt off?
Yeah.
Let up.
Yeah, let's let it ride.
So being that you're going as press, right? But you're not obviously coming from like one of the major people that gets all the interviews and all that stuff, right? Do you feel it's worth going?
No,
just
we
the
get
E3
largely
part.
ignored. It yes,
Kind of like being at home in that sense. It's like you're not even there.
and I ask myself all the time, is this worth it? Is this worth it? I would say yes, as long as you come into it with realistic expectations.
It's the question: is it worth it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was.
Did you fall asleep?
I was rudely interrupting, and I didn't hear it.
Damn attention.
Yeah. I thought I was on our show for a second there.
I mean, you're going to see a lot of really cool stuff. You're going to hopefully get to play a few things. I mean, I don't know. It's tough. Because you got the airfare, you got hotel, you got, if you're just buying an expo pass, what were those, $300, $400?
And that's really the key. The people that are like general admission, they're waiting longer, they're spending more, and they're generally getting less.
Yeah.
Are they waiting?
Tough to say. I mean,
are they waiting longer than you guys are having to?
Well, I mean, the general admission line alone goes like around the block.
Okay.
Right.
Whereas we're able to just walk right into the media
everyone
area,
just pop our collars and be like, "See you, sucker."
which is literally what we did. And I don't
did-
even
I
have a
did that.
collar on my
And
shirt.
I got beat up by a 12-year-old for doing that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we have the luxury of having some appointments. I mean, we can, Ubisoft and Activision and a few others that we can just kind of go in and play.
We actually have this really cool thing because of our affiliation with Ubisoft, where we have a fast pass, so we can jump into an expedited line.
That's the word.
And we can ignore Mario plus Rabbids even faster than everybody else.
Hey. Okay,
It looks good from here.
I understand that it's not your kind of game, and you and I have had this discussion on Twitter about how not every game's for everybody. But I'm looking forward to that game.
Right.
Yeah.
Adam likes to say.
I like to say one
he's
thing,
very
but then
open-minded. And
yeah.
there's.
I'm really not.
Different things for different people. Right. But then he's the first one to be like, "This is horrible, and it should never exist."
Everybody is entitled to have their own opinion, even if it's fucking stupid.
So
that's what I believe.
do you two have any other specific appointments or anything that you're specifically seeing the next day or two or whatever it is till y'all leave?
John has behind the scenes at Detroit in a half hour.
Yep, about 45 minutes. I'm going to go see Detroit.
Oh, I can't wait to
The
hear
city.
about that.
They're actually flying him there directly.
Yeah, I hear it's a lovely place.
Tomorrow we're going to get some hands-on with Call of Duty, Destiny, and then we've got a Nintendo booth tour, which I don't know all of what that entails, but that'll be cool.
They're going to show us the lines.
They're going to say, "Look at this.
Look at these lines." I will say Nintendo's booth is really cool.
It's the coolest looking.
It's
booth.
very exciting to have.
So it's late Friday, and you're probably thinking to yourself, "Yeah, sorry guys, I apparently launched into another file on accident because I'm an idiot."
Was that it, John?
No, there's a couple more minutes.
This is so stupid. I don't even have a collar on my
and I
shirt.
got beat up by a 12-year-old for doing that.
Half hour?
Yep, about 45 minutes. I'm going to go see Detroit.
Oh, I can't wait to
The
hear
city.
about that.
They're actually flying him there directly.
Yeah, I hear it's a lovely place.
Tomorrow we're going to get some hands-on with Call of Duty, Destiny, and then we've got a Nintendo booth tour, which I don't know all of what that entails, but that'll be cool.
They're going to show us the lines.
They're going to say, "Look at this."
Look at these lines. I will say Nintendo's booth is really cool.
It's the coolest looking.
It's very exciting to have all the in a display case.
Yeah.
So I was able to see like the new Smash line, the new Zelda line. They have that really cool Koopa and Goomba.
Oh
Why
god,
is
those look
the,
so
camera
cool.
only on like half my face?
Because you're ugly.
Why is it like pointed directly at you?
Because
and
you're
you've got
ugly.
like my ear in frame.
Your ear is the best part of your face.
No, we already established ears weren't part of your face. Thank you.
Dave, you got any questions for him before we let them on with their day?
No, I think I got what I want. Thank you guys so much for your time at E3.
Yeah, no problem.
And I have the last thing I want to say to you guys, because this is the first time
Is
we've
Dave
actually
wearing a Spider-Man costume, by the way?
yeah, they're his pajamas.
Yes.
Spider-Man pajamas.
Wait. Hold on. Show that stuff off.
Yeah, back up, Dave. Back up, Dave, so they can see it.
Give us a twirl.
Or hold on. There we go.
Wait, are you wearing pants before you stand up?
I mean, no, I'm not, that's why I'm not going to stand up.
I know we totally lost the feed.
He stood up and broke the camera.
Well, he hit it with his bow and arrow. It knocks the camera out of whack. But
it takes practice. There's a reason we're allowed to come here.
That's what it is. I was wondering how y'all got invited, and that's what it is right there. So
that's what it is. You have to submit photos.
We have no idea how we got invited. None whatsoever.
All right.
We've been saying that for 2 days. Like, why are we here?
So just for Adam, I wanted to let you know that today I went out and purchased Uncharted 4. I won't get to play it for a week.
Yeah, you did.
I won't get to play it for a week, but I have it now. Besides that, I want to thank y'all for taking a few minutes to come talk to us. After you came back, you basically came to my hometown and didn't want to talk to me and everything else. I mean, outside of that,
this is more comfortable for me.
I want you to know that I come to Texas. I'm not going to be a dick. We can hang out.
Thanks, man. All right.
Yeah, I don't know why you got to throw me under the bus like that. Son of a bitch.
All right, guys, have fun. I can't wait to hear about Detroit. That looks amazing.
You bet.
We'll let you know.
Thanks for having us on.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks.